This film illustrates the geometry of creation. Geometry studies lines, circles, edges, surfaces, and so on. This film shows you that in nature these lines, edges and circles obey a fixed law, the golden ratio. In nature, the golden ratio causes everything to be built according to vortexes and spirals. For example, numerous galaxies, like this one, or coiled cloud formations in a depression. These are examples of spirals of cosmic and very large scale. But spirals are also found on a small scale. For example, this amazing Romanesque cabbage, or a fingerprint, or this Nautilus shell. At atomic level, these vortexes and spirals are also found. For example, tobacco mosaic virus envelopes its heritable information into a protein coil. The protein coil is represented by blue spheres, and the RNA hidden in it is colored red. Our skin consists of the well-known skin protein collagen. This protein resembles a rope made of 3 different strings twisting around each other. Another cellular protein, tubulin, is just one long coil. Vortexes and spirals are found in nature everywhere. For example, in a pine cone. Just examine a pine cone for once. You will find its scales form spirals which seem to twist to the left and to the right. Many pine cones show 13 counterclockwise spirals, the blue lines, and 8 twisting clockwise spirals, the red lines. At the points of intersection, the seeds of the pine cone are developed. Spirals are even found in cauliflower if you draw lines in the grooves. In this cauliflower, 5 black lines are drawn clockwise and 8 red ones twisting counterclockwise. The number of twisting spirals differs from flower to flower and from shape to shape. For example, in the heart of a sunflower, 55 counterclockwise spirals are found, colored blue. The 34 red-colored spirals twist clockwise. Other sunflowers contain an even much bigger number of spirals. Some flowers, for example a dahlia, also show a double spiral system. This particular one has 8 and 13 coils. There are many differences in this daisy. 13 and 21 spirals are found. Why do I give these numbers? It appears that all these numbers are found in the Fibonacci sequence. The number of spirals all comply with the Fibonacci sequence, which is made up as follows. 0 is nothing, the number 1 means all. Nothing at all is 1 again. 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, and so on. In this manner the Fibonacci sequence is developed. As you can see, all numbers mentioned before are found in the Fibonacci sequence. The more examples you compare, the more the Fibonacci sequence is found in nature. There are many more examples, for the Fibonacci sequence is even found in the way a colony of bees increases in number. The first generation of a bee colony is the queen, the mother bee. The next or second generation is the first drone, which has only one parent. The third generation has 2 grandparents, the queen and the drone. The following generation, the fourth, has, studied in this way, 2 plus 1 grandparents. The next, 3 plus 2, that is 5 grandparents, and the 6th generation has 8 great-grandparents already. In this way, the growth of a bee population reflects the Fibonacci sequence. Something special is also found in the Fibonacci sequence because the quotient of 2 succeeding numbers gives the value of the golden ratio, written with the Greek symbol phi. Have a look. 89 divided by 55 equals 1.6182. 144 divided by 89 equals 1.6180. The smaller numbers of the Fibonacci sequence give a value less close to 1.6180. The bigger the number, the more exact the number phi can be calculated. The golden ratio is also found in the human body. This is the famous drawing of Leonardo da Vinci, the Vitruvius Man inside a circle. On an average, the ratio of the height of the forehead to the total length of the face gives the golden ratio 1.61. The wrist divides the forearm according to the golden ratio, again on an average, because people are all built differently. The numbers from the Fibonacci sequence are even found in the structure of DNA. It appears that one full twist of the double DNA helix, that is, the distance between the red lines, is 34 nanometers. The width of the double DNA helix, the distance between the yellow lines, is 21 nanometers. The white groove shown by the blue lines is also 21 nanometers, and the small groove, the groove between the purple lines, is 13 nanometers. In other words, the spatial structure of DNA complies with the golden ratio. This is miraculous, because scientists believe that during prehistoric times DNA originated according to a random process in so-called primordial mixtures. This implies that DNA designed itself following the golden ratio, while scientists reason that the golden ratio must be encoded by DNA. In my opinion, this leads to the conclusion that DNA can't be made according to random processes. So, there are two intelligent forces in nature because at all levels two types of spirals are found. One produces a vortex counterclockwise and another causes a vortex clockwise. We can also say one force brings about expansion and the other force causes condensation. One force enables the plant to wind itself out of the soil, the other force to produce flowers and seeds in such a way that all natural shapes are formed. These two forces always go together, just like love and wisdom form a unity together. In China, these aspects are called yin and yang. Yin and yang refer to two opposite forces pervading all aspects of life and the universe. The same applies to yoga. Yoga recognizes Shakti, the expansion and warm power, and Shiva, the cold and condensation power. These forces are also found in attraction and repulsion, warming up and cooling down, control and release, transformation and sustainability, movement and standstill. In my opinion, these aspects are expressions of love and wisdom. They express themselves in infinite ways. Everybody is well aware of emotional movements. You can be disturbed by something, get angry, or even furious. Someone can be happy, elated, or even highly ecstatic. Love gives the power to control anger. Wisdom is accepting that it is right to control your anger with love for your fellow man. Love and wisdom are both needed to find steadiness between, for example, rage and ecstasy. Both are needed to keep sense of balance in yourself. In this way, man develops himself. Fear asks for confidence, and that's love. Understanding that uncertainty is the cause of fear is wisdom. With love, one can accept sorrow. The notion that sorrow often is weakness is wisdom. To let go greed, one needs love, because love is also peace with what you have and what you are. Understanding that greed serves one's own interest is wisdom again. In my opinion, this is the very miracle of simplicity. There are two intelligent, divine forces of love and wisdom which guide all growth and development, physically as well as spiritually.